Hey guys, what we've got in store for you tonight, we are going to Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica, man.
Smoke if you got them.
There you go.
Tonight we are making curried goat. I have some fresh goat here. We'll be marinating it and doing it in the Instapot because that seems to be the right thing to do now. Everybody seems to be doing it. Since I have it, I would like to get more use. Also, we are going to be doing coconut rice with black beans and fried plantains all tonight. So we're getting started with our black beans. In the pan, heating up, I don't have it quite to a boil. I have 4 cups of water and my washed and soaked beans. These beans soaked about 24 hours. If I was going to be eating a soup, I would use a lot less water, but I want these beans to stay pretty plump and individual, and I really don't want the, for lack of a better word, the bean gravy. We are going to do these in a pressure cooker for time. Hey, if you can save time, make time, you can figure out how to put the lid on the pressure cooker.
If you can get it on.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Take 17 and we got it. There. Okay. You want these to build up to full pressure. I have this set currently at 15 pounds. You'll want those to go for about 20 minutes if you soak. If you prefer to cook your beans dry, give about 45 to 50 minutes on pressure cooker. You do want to watch them. Black beans tend to cook a little sooner. And also, you never know the freshness of the beans in your store. You could get some older ones last season, so they take a little bit longer. We'll have all of this ready and go to Jamaica when we get back. Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of In the Kitchen with me, Mikey. And of course, our cameraman, Roy. Say hi, Roy.
Hey, Roy.
As I told you, Roy gave us a great idea to go to Jamaica this week. So we're doing an all Jamaican meal. Starting off with our curried goat. This is just 5 pounds of cleaned and washed goat. To that, we are going to add, and no, I'm not going to measure because again, this is a taste preference. I'm going to add a good 6 tablespoons of Jamaican curry powder. I use Blue Mountain Country. It's the best one that I found. No, this is not a sponsored video. If you're seeing a little bit of slime in here, that's normal. I did wash this several times and soaked it for about an hour in some salt and baking soda. I've also seen people use salt and a little bit of flour to clean out some of the gamey taste or gammy taste. That's actually something I want. I look forward to that with goat. With this, we are not going to add any salt immediately because one, I did salt it during the cleaning process. We are going to add just our curry powder and a spice mixture. The traditional recipe calls for Scotch bonnets. Unfortunately, I could not find one, so I am using 3 Thai chilies. This is a lot of goat, 5 pounds, so 3 chilies will be plenty. If you're not quite into the spice, you can cut that down. If you really like it spicy, keep going, or use 2 full Scotch bonnet peppers. Some of us, like Roy, doesn't like a whole lot of heat.
Yeah, no.
So you want this to marinate. Since I'm using a pressure cooker, I'm only going to marinate for about 30 minutes because the pressure cooker will pressurize and push all of that curry powder, all of your seasonings into the meat. If you're doing this without a pressure cooker or in a slow cooker, you'll want to marinate up to 24 hours, but add just a pinch of salt in there with it. As you can hear, our beans are just starting. Now, what I meant to tell you with the beans, after soaking, they're not going to take very long to cook in a pressure cooker. If you're going to do them stovetop, leave about 40 minutes. I don't want these fully cooked because they're also going to be recooked in with the rice later, and we'll show you that. Coconut rice. Hi guys, welcome back. Our goat meat has been marinating for about 20 minutes, give or take. We're going to add about 1/4 cup of olive oil in here. That is traditional. And I did research a few recipes on this before making them. A few different ways. Some people add vegetables. I even seen someone do this in an oven, which I guess it's one of their national dishes. So it would be like us, I don't know, biscuits and gravy. Everybody's got their own special way of doing it, their own special recipe for the gravy, what kind of sausage they use, what kind of milk they use. Real easy. So to your olive oil, I would like to be using fresh thyme. I didn't pick any up. That's my fault. So I am using dry thyme. You want to cut way down. If it's dry, use about 1/8 teaspoon. If it's fresh thyme, use a whole sprig. You can throw the whole thing in. There are beans singing to us. They have hit pressure. Once your pressure pot hits to your pressure, if you have the old jiggler, you'll know it's... you want to start your cooking time then, not when you turn the flame on, because it does have to come up to pressure. Speaking of pressure, we have a pressure pot, electric. Some of the brands are Instapot. This particular one is just a Farberware. Throw in all of your goat meat. I see in most of the recipes they use a goat seasoning bouillon. I don't even begin to know where to find something like that.
We are in West Virginia. I guess maybe if we would have,
Back in Jamaica they have it. We're using, this is the ragu ga. It is a meaty, umami taste, salty. I still don't know what the base flavor for that is. If any of our Vietnamese viewers could tell us, the only thing that's on the container is a picture of a meal and it says ragu ga. If you can tell us, just comment below. We'd appreciate it. So we have our goat meat in. We are going to add to that just 2 cups of water. We want this to cook down and almost form a gravy. There's going to be so much collagen because the goat meat does have the bone in. You want to leave it that way. That's where so much of your flavor is. I did end up adding a total of 4 cups for the gravy because you want something to put on over your rice. Speaking of, the rice is singing to us. We're going to launch this in place. I had better luck with this one than the other one. Our black beans are now done. I don't think I said, but I put 2 cups of black beans in here. Soaked them overnight. Drained the water a few times. This is cooked for about 25 to 30 minutes, and they're actually a little bit more tender than what I wanted. But we're okay with that. We have to get our rice started. Once again, I'm using the rice cooker. I have fallen in love with this thing. It has come in so handy. In here, I have 2 cups of white rice. 2 cups of your favorite rice, mine being basmati. I just want about a full teaspoon of salt. I use sea salt, whatever makes you happy. 3 cups of water. I did cut back on a cup of water for a reason, for an ingredient we'll be using later. It's going to be coconut rice after all. We still have to add some coconut. We're also going to add some parsley just for color. Our goat, as you can hear, is cooking away. We've got about 35 minutes still left on it. You want your goat to just fall off the bone. The sauce makes its own gravy, makes its own sauce. There you go. This isn't the first time I've ever cooked goat. This is the first time I've ever made goat curry, Jamaican, or any kind of goat curry. This is the first time that we've also done the Caribbean style rice with coconut and black beans. Roy found all of this. It sounded great. I have, however, made plantains. We're going to start those once the rice is done. We have it in. Like I said, we are using a rice cooker. This is one of those nice little gadgets. You just set it, forget it, walk away. Give or take 20 minutes, it's done. You have perfect rice. When it's ready, we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Our rice is done. We're going to add the final ingredients. I put in 2 tablespoons of parsley. I did use dried parsley. That's what I happen to have on hand. Our beans have drained and cooled. We're only going to use about half of these to start. And that ingredient to make it the coconut.
Bring it on, bring it on.
This is just unprocessed. No thickeners, no stabilizers. This is why we left a little bit of the water out, about a full cup of water. So it will continue to cook. Oh, coconut milk, come on.
It's going to suck all that up.
It will at that. Your rice is going to be, I don't want to use the word bland, but your rice is going to be the cooling mix for your curry, which is going to have a bite to it, even though we use mild curry. Now, we've had our goat cooking. See, there's that little sound I told you.
Oh my God.
We are at about the halfway mark.
Oh my God, y'all. Look at this. Look at this.
Are you excited, Roy?
I want that in my belly. Look at that.
As you can see, it is extremely tender, but not quite tender enough. Now, in here,
I wish you could smell that, y'all.
we have 1 large onion, 9 large cloves of garlic, some fresh cilantro. I have seen the cilantro left out. I've seen it used. I've also seen people process their herb pack in like a food processor or one of those individual bullet things. People use those for them. I think it's just so they don't have to completely share their secrets. As you can see, this is going to create a nice thick gravy, and it's not quite done. Your steam coming off of it will also thicken it up a little bit more, and we've added 0 thickeners to this. It's still going to cook for about another 20. I love that sound. It's going to cook for about another 20 minutes. I do still want to keep it on pressure. I told you on this particular pot, it's a Farberware. I told you number 5. It's actually number 8 that you want. Start it. This will take about probably 5-6 minutes to come up to temperature since it's already hot, and about another 15 to 20 minutes of cooking, and we'll be ready to do the plantains. I have made these before. I don't think they have a huge amount of flavor, but that's just me. We did get a yellow plantain, and what I'm afraid when I cut this open, this is actually, it's either going to be the right one or this is going to be a dessert plantain, which is considerably sweeter. Still not like a banana. I'm about to find out. So far, it looks like any plantain. Uh-oh. Very banana-y.
What's that? What are you giggling about?
This is a sweet plantain. It is going to have a little bit more flavor. It will probably scorch. I'm not going to find out.
Because of the sugar in it.
Because of the sugar in it. It's actually delicious. It's heartier banana. I've never had the sweet version, and I should have asked when I purchased these, because I did notice it didn't just say plantains. They weren't very green. They were much more like a, well, hello, Fiber. They were much more like a a banana. I'm going to cut these a little bit thicker. I would say that's what, Roy? About a good half inch?
Yeah.
When we get back, I will show you how to prepare these. I'm going to get my skillet warm and get my baby out of the kitchen because she's very curious. Typically, I do not let them in the kitchen, so don't think it's bad. She is just a bad girl. That took care of her.
They look angry.
Oh, no, they do look angry. They kind of look upset. Oh, you're going to eat us now.
You're going to eat me. Yes,
I think it's still going to work.
Are.
I'll tell you, they are considerably starchier, which is a good thing for what we're going to, or how we're going to fry them. And you can see the seeds or the little angry faces.
Yes.
Roy knows what happens to me.
Yeah. He has to listen to his music to calm him down.
I do not have road rage. Do not think I have road rage.
No.
I have issues with people. If you're going to turn on your left turn signal, be kind and turn left, not right.
Yeah.
Just one of my pet peeves. Or how about even better, you actually use the turn signal.
Yeah, well,
Fluid.
Blinker fluid, yes.
Yeah.
That's a rationality.
When we get back, we'll have the pan ready, and we'll show you how to pan fry the plantains. And this could be an experiment, so we'll let you know how it turns out. And everything should be ready to get put together. Give us just a few minutes. We'll be right back. And while you're here, or I should say while you're waiting for us to get back, which will only be a few seconds for you, yeah, they're going to get like and subscribe. Make Roy happy.
Like and subscribe.
If not, Roy's going to cry. And, if he starts crying, then I'm going to have to do another episode of Guess What Time It Is.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to cook his favorite thing 3 different ways.
I don't even want to know.
Yes, you do.
No.
Brussels sprouts 3 different ways.
Oh, my God. Sorry, it's a texture thing.
Fried, sauteed, and baked.
Oh, God. Fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
There you go. We'll be right back in the kitchen with me, Mikey, and my sidekick back there, Roy.
Hey. Oh, no, you're going to eat me.
They know they're going to get ate. The oil's getting hot. Our plantains are cut. I would say that's about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick. Now that our oil's hot, I'm going to drop it down to about medium. You just want to set them in there. Do nothing at this point. Just let them fry. This is going to be a double fry process. The first isn't going to take as long because a regular plantain, or maybe they should be called green plantains. I'm not sure on that. I don't have a lot of experience with them. The last one that I had was considerably more firm, and it took a lot longer to soften them up. But once we cook them, we'll flip them onto the other side, get some good color on them, take them out, drain them, let them dry for a few minutes. I use the back of a coffee cup, squash them down, put them back in for a second fry, and then go to town on them. They should be ready, give or take 10 minutes. We'll show everything together. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's pretty.
They're all ready.
Look at that.
We're ready to do the second fry on our plantains. I'm not going to get the grease as hot this time because these are much softer than I anticipated, so they don't need as much cooking. I did not season them the first go around. I will on this cook. I'll let them sit just for a few seconds. I've noticed they do tend to stick. I think I remember that with the first time that I made these. This is also a big ingredient in mofongo, which is something Roy and I have talked about possibly doing in the future. And we've got to do some Cuban food too.
I would like to make some bananas Foster.
That we need to do. We need to do a whole dessert episode.
Okay.
I think everybody would like that. Belgian waffles with the powdered sugars. Crepes I've never been really good with making.
I never made anything like that. I'm more of a savory kind of powder.
So these have been in here for about a minute, minute and a half while I've been running my mouth. I'm going to try this with a spatula because these are so soft. If not, I'll go back to the tried and true method. I'm going to go immediately with the tried and true method because of the shape.
Oh, that works.
And they still retain some of their firmness, which I'm surprised. Hey, so you guys learn from my mistakes? Keep something handy, just in case they do stick a little bit. And as I thought, with these being higher sugar, they are darkening quicker. So try to work quickly or work with your grease a little lower than where mine is at. And I know some of you guys people hate the word grease. Sorry. My vegetable oil, which is actually what this is. They are a little darker than I would like. Actually, no, those look pretty good. Let them brown on the second side for about another 30, 35 seconds. And they will be ready. We are going to step away for a moment, plate everything up, as Roy always does, and makes it look beautiful so we can show everyone. I thank you for stopping by in the kitchen with me, Mikey. I say that a lot. And you got Roy back there.
Hey.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes.
And this is one of our weirdest videos, Roy. We haven't drank once.
Wow, there you go. See, we are not heavy drinkers.
Just typically on Fridays. But we both kind of have plans tomorrow.
Yeah.
And wanted to feel rested and ready.
We got to be at our minds tomorrow.
We'll be right back with a few closing words and kind of tell you what's coming up soon. Some surprises.
Look at the window.
What?
Hi, Roy.
Have a great day, guys. Hey guys, taking a quick little break here so you can hear the pressure cooker going from cooking our goat. This week we were so graciously invited to our international grocery mart here called International Grocery and Spice in Kanawha City. We were also welcomed to tape, which we are going to be using for a later episode. While we were there, we were able to look around, find a few new things. It's also where we got our goat meat and our curry powder. The people there are amazing. Mina, hi. Harish, hi. Thank you guys. Roy and I both welcome you. We also took a trip to an Asian mart, which we do not yet have permission to say their name or to discuss. So we won't. Other than the fact that we went there and Roy found something that he wanted to try.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Roy.
Hey, what?
Guess what time it is? Would you like to show them, or would you just like to tell them?
Well, I'll just show them.
There is a fruit we have both honestly been curious about. Durian fruit, dead body fruit, corpse fruit, fart plant, banned in many countries,
and
banned in airports, in hotels, in the country where this is most popular, which is your Asian countries. I believe Philippines, if I'm not right on that, hey, forgive me, but I believe Philippines is one of their biggest, and Malaysia. A very large fruit, custard-like texture. We have not tried the real fruit yet, but that's, I'm sure, coming.
I'm sure it is.
This is something I think Roy might like. So we're going to open this, and then...
If it stinks, I'm going to puke.
Oh, Lord. They're
They're
individual packaged.
Oh, my God.
So individual bites also. This comes in handy, so it's not all going to go to waste. If it's bad...
Yeah, okay, I was sniffing the bag just now.
And if anybody wants one, you can't find them in your area and you'd like to try, just drop me an email or leave a message below when you like and subscribe. So since this is Roy's thing, I'm going to take the camera from him and we're going to switch so Roy can taste. And there's Roy. Would you like some scissors?
I think I have some. I got it.
Oh.
If it stinks, I'm going to puke.
Well, it's pretty. The unwrapping. It looks so innocent. Yeah, I don't think it's going to taste innocent. Do tell. Keep in mind we have curry cooking in the kitchen too, so that's pretty strong. Describe it in one word.
Moldy.
There's a reason we're eating this before, so Roy doesn't lose too much of his dinner.
I'm staying close to the sink too because I got to do it.
If it is, trust me, we'll cut.
Let's cut it. This bread in half first. Oh no, I'm just going to take a bite because it's custardy.
Oh, gross. Just bite it.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Durian pastry.
Oh, they kind of went skimpy on the durian, I think.
There's not that much fruit in there, which is it's not bad.
Do you get any of the flavors that people say? It's not so much the flavor, I think it's the smell, because the flavor assumed that they say it tastes really well.
It's very different. Here we go.
Oh.
Here, open up.
Nope. Ain't that brave?
It's okay. I cannot wait to really try the fruit.
I told you I'll get one, but you're eating it because if I even smell it,
Maybe you should not have said that. Okay.
Is it something you would buy again?
Probably not.
Guys, thank you. Me and Roy both thank you. Hopefully we're both in there. Ain't gonna happen. From our kitchen, thank you guys for stopping by. Another wonderful little mini episode of Guess What Time It Is?